In this video, I am going to try my best to predict exactly what Tanki Online are about to do in the next few months or in the next few years, depending on how well this video is perceived. I might do this video every single year. Now, just before I do start this video is only a predictions video. I am solely looking at what Tanki Online has been doing over the past few years and the recycled items and stuff that they have been known by scamming their player base, essentially. So let's get right into it. Now, starting with the first prediction that I do have for Tanki Online is that they are about to release new colored skins. So we already have the HD XT version, which is the gold version of the XT skin, and then we recently got the dark series for the skin. Now my prediction is to make skins a lot more available for the community, and well, since devs are pretty lazy, they could technically just reskin other XT skins. For example, I can imagine a new pink series or a new white series coming to Tanki Online in the near future. My second prediction that I do have for Tanki Online is about Tanki Online Classic and the release time of Tanki Online Classic. For those who don't know, Tanki Online continuously keeps saying that we're going to delay Tanki Online Classic's beta release by a week. We were told at the end of August. It hasn't happened yet. So my prediction is that they're going to continue doing this. They're probably either going to make the entire game first before releasing it to the public as a beta, and then maybe a few years later, release the full game for the rest of the player base. Now, what makes me say this? Because I've beta tested games in the past, a bunch of games like Wuthering Waves and Arknights, Enfield. I signed up for those beta testings, and you typically have 2 to 3 beta testings with a 2-month gap in between both of them. Typically, the models aren't really good because it's just a beta testing at the end of the day, and then the full game gets released either 5 months or 3 months after your second closed beta test. So in my opinion, I don't think Tanki Online Classic is being released anytime soon, and the earliest I could possibly think is May of 2026 or June of 2026. My next prediction for Tanki Online is going to be where they instead cancel Tanki Online Classic and rather merge both games together, making it a separate mode if you wanted to play, kind of like how they did with Pro Battles and parkour, for example. You can absolutely customize whatever the hell you want. You can have no augments, no alterations, anything that you want, no hull augments, no overdrives. There is a high chance they could just integrate Tanki Online Classic into normal Tanki Online, which would obviously piss a bunch of people off, but I mean, has the developers really cared about the player base? I mean, if they were really that caring, Tanki Online Classic would have been released by now. My next prediction for Tanki Online is gonna go to trophy augments. Now, I did make a prediction way back when I started YouTube with my voice. Then I said that Tanki Online was gonna take trophy augments and then nerf them to the floor. And that's kind of exactly what happened. Now, my prediction is that they're going to release a second series of the trophy augments. Those are going to be hella OP. And then a few years after, when people do obtain them, they're going to change them back to how current trophies are right now, and instead replace those trophy augments with regular augments like Boxer, for example. These are a bunch of augments like Stellarator, and I can't think of the top of my head, but these are old Phoenix Augs that at one point players did have. Alright, moving to my next prediction is that they are going to release a Brutus XT version. Now, for those who don't know, Hyperion and Crisis have the XT version of themselves. That's if you finish the challenge accepted and get number first when it comes to stars. Now, the average price of one of those drones is a few $1,000s, assuming that you're grinding 12 hours a day. My prediction is kind of so that, you know, there might be a chance where they might release a more expensive version of Booster, Trickster, Defender, Mechanic, and Brutus, but that's still up in the air. There is a chance it could be released, and there's also a chance that it can't be released. And last but not least, my final prediction is that they're going to make grenades a separate protection. Like how mines already have protections, I believe that grenades are going to get their own separate protections, or maybe a drone that possibly throws grenades for you instead of you having to constantly throw your grenade. And that might be interesting, to have a automated grenade thrower which automatically sees an enemy and automatically locks onto the enemy and shoots a grenade that probably does like 500, 400 damage. It would be an interesting integration, but I highly doubt that's going to be the case. And that wraps up the video. If you guys enjoyed my predictions, or you think that they're highly stupid because I mean, knowing Tanki Online, anything can happen, and I could be right, and all these stuff just suddenly get implemented out of nowhere. So if you do enjoy them, you're more than welcome to mention some of yours that you might have for Tanki Online Classic and Tanki Online. As for always, I'll see you guys all in another one. Peace.